I call this regular meeting of the Willow Run Community Schools Board of Education to order this Monday, March the 4th. Our first order of business this evening is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
Ms. Lisiski.
Yes, Mr. President, I have Mr. Rasky here. He is the principal of the Elementary Learning Center, and he has a couple safety patrol members that he would like to introduce before we say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, board members, Superintendent Lisiski. I have Madison Kilgore, down at Thompson. They're from our Gifted and Talent program at the ELC, which is 2nd through 4th grade. They're 4th graders, 2 years into the program, and they're also safeties in our building. And I was asked tonight to bring a couple outstanding students, so I chose these two to kind of lead us in the pledge tonight. They're both into sports and they're doing great academically, leaders in the building. Every single day when you come into ELC at the far end of the building, where staff come in, they greet staff, open the doors up, make sure things are secure, take care of business. And they're here tonight, and their folks are here tonight just to enjoy the first part of the board meeting here. So they're going to lead us in the pledge tonight.
I wonder if you'd mind if we could just say, would the parents of these youngsters stand up so we can recognize you? All right, thank you. Why don't all three of you come on right down here in the middle, so everybody will be able to hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for coming out and helping us out. And the board would like to invite everyone to stand and join these two in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both very much. Thank you, parents, for supporting your children, bringing them on out so that we could be honored by their presence, and appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, that takes us now to citizens' time. And at this time, I'm not aware of anybody having completed a green form and turned it in. Does any board member have a green form request? All right, seeing none, let's go ahead and move on. Consideration of additions or deletions to the agenda. Board, I was contacted just before the meeting by Mr. Ragland. He is unavoidably detained at work, but will join us just as soon as he possibly can. And then one other announcement that's of importance to everybody who's joined us to learn more about our schools. At the second meeting, we're going to make a board comments for the IPSI meeting. We'll be talking a little bit more about a change to this Saturday's agenda. There's been some interest in trying to build an opportunity for direct communications with the public. And so Saturday, we're going to modify the meeting a little bit, and we'll have more details at the IPSI meeting to let people know about that. So, board, is there anything else that anybody's aware of? All right, then let's go ahead and move on. Ms. Lisiski, I understand that we have some folks here to tell us a little bit about a really, really exciting and long-standing program in the Willow Run schools.
Yes, Mr. President, we have Mr. Heister here, and he is going to share an Excellence in Education presentation with the robotics team. They're going to do a pre-competition presentation.
I'd like to ask Mr. Cannon to come up. He is a co-sponsor of the team. We're going to ask if you can move this way. We're going to do a couple of short videos. If the light is not there, you know for this.
Sorry, I didn't see.
One of the things that our team is involved with is a number of community outreach programs. As you can see, our pink shirts with many of the team members is a Relay for Life team. We've had a Relay for Life team the past couple of years that we do the IPSI Relay, which is a tiring event if you've ever done one, especially for us who get a little bit more in the age of the years. Harder and harder to stay up for 24 hours. We also do a texting and driving pledge at each of our competitions, and over the last couple of years we've gotten over 2,000 pledges from students and adults at our different competitions. And we've got a 10-minute video that we actually have used with conjunction with, in cooperation with AT&T, but we've got a short version of that. It's only a 2.5, 3-minute version. I want to show and then encourage anyone in the audience, board members, to sign those pledges and get it back to one of the team members. We feel strongly about this. We will do this once in springtime in our own community as we get closer to prom time and graduation time. And when you see the video, the full version is really a tearjerker. This one isn't quite as much of a tearjerker, but it's still pretty detailed. Young children in here, I don't see any anymore, because there are a couple of graphic parts that might be disturbing to someone who's young.
The day before graduation, my daughter drove to go meet a boy, and she never made it.
He was texting her to tell her directions of where she needed to go.
And I guess she just looked away for too long. Today, she would have been 19 years old, exactly.
I was on my way home. I had my girlfriend in the car, and I'm just reading a text message, responding. And the next second, I look up and I see a bicyclist crashing the windshield.
This is my sister. She was looking at my message that I had just sent her. When she looked up, her truck flipped. She was actually ejected through the driver's side door, and she landed in the ditch. People will tell you over and over again, it's not your fault. But knowing that you were the person that she was talking to when she was killed. If I could talk to her one last time, I would just say, I'm sorry.
It's a simple text message. Where are you at? 3 simple words.
I said one stupid, meaningless text and killed him.
4 little letters. That's what killed her.
It still is a little bit of a tearjerker. We do feel strongly about this. We have a booth that we set up at every competition, including the state championships, and we make a board at each one of our competitions or a wall. And last year at state championships, we literally had an entire wall area of EMU that was completely covered with signed pledges. So again, I encourage you to grab, there are some pledges up on our display, and board members who did receive a pledge. I'm going to introduce our team, and they're going to kind of do the rest of the talking through this. While they're coming down, I'm going to play this year's video, and then they're going to go ahead and take the presentation from there. This is the game that we will be playing in 3 weeks at our 2.5 weeks at our first competition. And we built the robot to address these things. So as it's playing, you guys can go ahead and take your places.
Welcome to the 2013 First Robotics Competition. And this year's game, Ultimate Ascent. Ultimate Ascent is played on a 27 by 54-foot field. Alliances of 3 teams each operate their robots from behind alliance walls at the ends of the field. 4 scoring goals are located in each alliance wall, located at 3 different heights. Each alliance wall also has feeder stations located at the ends of the wall. 2 large pyramids occupy the middle of the field, about a third of the way from the alliance walls. Each pyramid has 3 rungs leading up to the top, which can be climbed by the robots. At the summit of the pyramid is an additional scoring goal. Ultimate Ascent is played with standard flying discs of 3 different colors. The objective is to score as many discs as possible in the goals at the far end of the field. The harder the goal is to hit, the more points it's worth. Robots can track the reflective vision targets around each goal, allowing them to target goals from anywhere on the field. The match begins with each robot in contact with the pyramid at the far end of the field. Robots can be preloaded with up to 3 discs each. A 15-second autonomous period starts the match. During the autonomous period, robots can score discs using pre-programmed instructions. Every end goal scored during the autonomous period scores scores double points as a bonus.